Hello, my friends. Welcome to my channel. In today's session, we're going to talk about sketch and what the purpose of sketch mostly at all. Okay, so a sketch is kind of your thinking in with pencil. It doesn't matter if we talk about traditional pencil or digital pencil. For example, in this artwork, I'm using a pencil, a default pencil of Clip Studio Paint for my digital work, for my digital sketch. Okay, what is sketch? For what we need it? Sketch, it's again, it's kind of your thinking, and which can just help you to make decisions about your composition, about your artwork, and you have to just to decide and think of how many objects you're going to draw. What do you want to emphasize and put in focus? What should be silhouettes of shapes and what will be levels? Levels, I mean, for foreground, midground, and background. It could be much more levels, but it depends on your needs, depends on purpose of your drawing, of your composition, etc. Okay, and lastly, we will talk also about light source, which is also very, very important to in each composition. So, as you can see here, I am drawing with light lines just to decide what I'm going to draw, what I'm going to put in my composition, and it should be this creature or kind of cliff in near the sea and for the mountain and some clouds and a boat with some person. And so for this sketch, for this reason, I'm going to draw and to decide and think about main shapes of this composition of objects. And so I think this stage is very important, and because you think and have to think to yourself what levels would you like to place here. And for this reason, it's very helpful. Another helpful feature of Clip Studio Paint is flip horizontal. You can find it almost in each drawing program. It doesn't. It not only it exists not only in Clip Studio Paint, in Procreate. You can find it in Procreate, in Photoshop, etc. In all drawing programs. And so after a while, when I decided I'm satisfied with the lines and with shapes, I started to block colors. It's not block colors of this creature. I need to block colors mm, for clipping mask and in clipping mask I will decide I will add shadows and lights a little bit further. So you can see here in this stage I defined this creature and both with somebody. It is my foreground. For the mountain is midground, and clouds it's kind of background of all my composition. And after that, after cleaning these block colors, I need to decide to myself what will be light source. Light source, it's very, very important because actually all what you're drawing, what you're going to draw has its values, and the only way to tell story about values it's our light source, to put lights and shadows on your object and some object, and it's only a way to explain values of something. And because I'm not copying it, this creature is imaginative creature. I'm not going to copy something from the nature. It's kind of tricky stage, and I need to imagine in my mind quite well how I'm going to put lights and shadows, and because it's very important to composition, very important to tell story about values. And as you can see here, for example, near the eye, I decided to add here kind of ambient occlusion because I would like to emphasize that this eye is inside into this creature and almost without light source. And different details, different scenes, and it is kind of play, a very important play with your imagination, and of course, it's based on your experience because it depends on your experience, and also because it is we talk only about sketch. You can see that I'm after a while I decided to change this mountain, further mountain to another creature because I think it's quite suitable to my composition, to my story. And after a while, in clipping mask, again in clipping mask, I'm going to add shadows, some shadows and some lights also on this mountain. So now my sketch is ready. My sketch is ready and good preparation to further work to proceed work with colors. And I suggest to all of you to make quite well sketches with tones, with lights, because it's much easier to you in the to proceed your drawing with colors and without changes, without some dramatic decisions. Because if you draw something you don't satisfied, it's kind of very difficult to change something. So that's it for today's session. Thank you for watching my video. Keep drawing and see you next time. Bye for now.